Hey, look, gravitation. Cannabis gotta be from up no forest from Jamaica. No confirmation, then it's no participation. Never see it in rotation in my conversation. No need for confrontation. This is my observation. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Welcome back to my channel. This right here, man. Please excuse me, baby girl. What is it? Modesty dot fly underscore on IG. Please excuse me if I'm pronouncing that. Y'all know I'm kind of messed up in the head, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way a being. But this clip right here, man, it touched me in a way because I'm like, you know what? I want to react to this. I seen a little bit of it, but I really want to get through the rest with y'all. But the black on black deception, what it's about to break down is just pretty much, the propaganda, how we look as a people. You feel me? How, the media, what's being forced, right? But I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. You feel me? And that's bad of me. I should have probably got the individual name. I probably can do that while I'm, while we going through this right now. But my boy Killer Cam, you feel me? Cam Newton, on his podcast. You already know what it is. I don't know if it's Fourth and One or what his podcast, but the Cam Newton podcast. Y'all know what it is. But anyways, get your drinks, get your smokes, get your eats, whatever y'all about to do, man. Let's go ahead and react to this short real quick. Let's go.
A white man to tell me, he says, how is it when a black man kill a black man, it's not really outrage?
Yeah.
But when a white man kills a black man, it's going to start a riot.
Real quick, and before he give his answers, he give his answer. And I know this might sound crazy, right? And it might sound ignorant to some folks, but it put it like this, depending on, I don't necessarily want to say so much like if it's justified or not. I don't even want to say that. Just put it like this, bro. I could talk about my mama all day. I could, in front of you, right? I can clown my mama all day. But the moment you get to clowning or probably disrespecting her, okay, that's a difference. Okay, now you tripping. I know it might sound crazy. I'm just saying in some people's minds, that's how they look at that, like that analogy. Hopefully, I probably can come up with a better one, but I'm just trying to give y'all like the surface, like, like the print, what I'm actually talking about. Like, that's what it is. Okay, when y'all, it's pretty much in home, like, bro, this is our situation. You know what I'm saying? This is what's cracking over here. When y'all get involved, it's like, well, hold up, time out. It's in-house business. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's in-house business. So when other stuff start going on outside of the house, it becomes a problem. Even if it's messed up and it's dysfunctional over there, like, oh, okay, y'all got to clear that stuff up. That's cool. That's cool. But when you start sticking your nose, or you start, and like, I know some people might feel like that's probably wasn't a good analogy, but at the same time, I'm just want y'all to get like the premise of where I'm coming from, because it's really no way to explain that. I'm gonna be all the way real. It's really no way to explain that. But just looking at it from that point of view. But let's go ahead with that lenses. Just try to. But let's go ahead and continue.
The American media has manipulated the narrative of crime. Black on black crime is a made up thing. You have never heard white on white crime. Never heard the Asian on Asian crime. Never. They have tried to fraction and compartmentalize us to feel as if where the crime is where we are.
Go ahead.
The lead murderers in America are white men. The lead robbers in America are white men. The largest amount of rapists are white.
Yo, I remember one time, like a couple years back, you feel me, when I first had my daughter, and I went to, just get government assistance, get the EBT, keep it a bud, bro. I was going down there, hey, bro, fresh, got my little Honda or whatever, I just need to put something, wanted to make sure I was good. But anyways, my bad. But I remember just talking to the lady, and she was just telling me about, certain programs that you get into, right? And I had made an ignorant comment, and I was like, man, just like black people, like, like they got, I know it's so many people. No, what it was, excuse me, I'm sorry, what made me say what I said as far as making a comment about, it was a lot of white folks in the line. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy, that's strange. And White, she kept it a beam with me. Like, you feel me? Because I'm used to, I was up north. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't down in LA. I was up north at the time. But it just threw me off that it was, it was a lot of white people in line. And she was like, believe it or not, it's more than you guys. And that's exactly how she said it. She threw me off when she said it's more of us than you guys. And it didn't catch on until I left the building. No, like when I left the building, I was like, oh, I got what she was saying. Like, it's more of us on GA assistants more than, you feel me, more than y'all, quiet as kept, so, and that always stuck with me. Like, damn, I didn't even, growing up, I didn't even realize that. But let's continue though.
White men. The highest number of domestic abusers is white men.
Mind you, that was a couple years ago, bro. So I don't want, you feel me? I already know how y'all like to shadow ban and all. I'm just saying I heard that. What I heard was a couple years ago. I don't know the statistics now, but let's keep it pushing.
The highest number of arrested pedophiles is white men. The greatest number of drug dealers arrested is white men. But if you ask the average American who are the proponents of crime, is a black face to it.
Facts.
They're now trying to create this narrative that the immigrants are bringing in the crime because they never want to own up to what it is that they have done. Part of our responsibility is to pull the sheets off. We had a shooting here in Georgia not long ago. A young man named Colt, 14 years old, shot up his high school. His father's now being charged. Sheets off. We had a shooting. Crime is a black face to it. They're now trying to create this narrative that the immigrants are bringing in the crime because they never want to own up to what it is that they have done. Part of our responsibility is to pull the sheets off. We had
Y'all thinking what I'm thinking? No pun intended, but yeah, that's crazy.
a shooting here in Georgia not long ago. A young man named Colt, 14 years old, shot up his high school. His father's now being charged. Can you imagine what conversation me and you would be having if Colt was black and Colt's black father gave him a gun? The television, the internet would explode on the irresponsibility of black fathers, on why it is that young black men have guns and are carrying guns. It has always shifted to make black men feel hyper-aggressive, hypersexual, and hyper-criminalized. It's part of a larger, historic, original sin of America that always criminalizes and points their fingers at black men when it's absolutely not true. The overwhelming majority, Cam, of black men who are under penal supervision are under penal supervision for nonviolent offenses. They're on ankle bracelets, home monitors, on parole, on probation, for possession, not for distribution. That may not sound like it's significant, but it's very meaningful. And so that's why it is that we've got to ask the hard and the difficult questions. Where is criminal justice in America? And is justice just us?
It took a white man.
Damn, that's, man, deep. Like I said, deep. And I forgot to look. I'm thinking in my thoughts. I forgot to see what's my guy name. But like I said, he was a guest on, Cam Newton's show. And shout out to modestly, .fly_ on IG. Salute to you, sweetie. But just looking at this or just listening to this, right? Me and my boy, shout out my boy RJ, right? He from Chicago. We always be going like back and forth. The dumbest argument ever. And the dumbest debate going back and forth. And it wasn't so much in the sense that we was like just glorifying. We was just talking about the statistics. But how the way we was going back and forth, we would have thought like we was glorifying. And when it was talking about bodies, you feel me? Like, what was tougher? Like the gang banging out there in Chicago or the gang banging out there in LA, right? Used to go back and forth. And no lie, at one point in time, like, bro, Chicago was, we all know, you feel me? if Chicago wouldn't have deal with what they were doing during that time, it was a very pivotal moment during that drill years, because we wouldn't get cats like academics. Real talk. Cats like academics and Trap Lord Ross, we wouldn't get those individuals. My point is what I'm trying to make. If you look at their documentaries, you would think, and this man, I believe he's just going off statistics. I don't think he's just going off of what's going on. I think he's really he's typing. You feel me? He's doing his research, doing real. You feel me? Doing his homework. I'm not a journalist. You feel me? So I'm just, like I said, I'm just giving my observation on certain, certain points. But the reason why I brought that up is because if you think about the drill scene and all that, you would think that black people is the only people that's just like going ham. You feel me? Going ham with the firearms. You would really think that. Another shot in Chicago, because 9 times out of 10, them people that was getting hit in Chicago, and the reason why I bring up that area, because that was the last one that I remember just every day, like it was constant, like gunfire, like it looked like how it was in the 80s in Los Angeles, like the late 80s to like the mid 90s in Los Angeles, when it was like a bloodbath. You would think like, oh, okay, but that's just a small portion of the world. But to us, they put that out there like, nah, this is how it goes down. And this is the people that's, you feel me, that's making it crack. Not trying to shy away from that. Like I say, we know that's there. You know what I'm saying? We know it's cracking, but to know that it's somebody out there worse, or it's a group of individuals that's out there worse than, or doing more damaging, you feel me, that's more detrimental to society, it's like, woo, that's crazy. But I'm gravitating with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments below. You feel me? How y'all feel about the video? Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Put me in that outro. I keep saying that, man. I'll be seeing y'all watch it, bro. Just hit the like button before you, man, hit the like button. Hit the like button for your boy. But until then, gravitation with the observation.